Hey, welcome back to Nosco Unpacked, channel all about flexible packaging. I'm Steve Kruger, growth manager here for FlexPack at Nosco, and this is Kyle Vafiatas, and today we're going to talk about metalizing films, the process of metalizing films, and what the purposes are for it. Kyle, thanks for joining us again today.
No problem, Steve.
So we have two kind of unique materials that represent, I think, a broader scope of films available in the market today, and that's the metalized film. What does it mean to metalize a film?
Well, Steve, a metalized film is a film where they take the base plastic component, polypropylene, polyester, nylon, polyethylene, or cellophane, and they put it through what's called a vacuum metallization process. They actually take the web, run it through a big vacuum chamber, and have aluminum particles that are in the air get actually deposited onto the base of the film so that it provides a lot more barrier and a lot more shelf life for the consumer.
So your metallization process, first and foremost, is for shelf life.
Correct, yeah. There's an additional benefit that you have where, a product can use some of the components of the metal to give it an aesthetic advantage, but the primary use of it is to extend the shelf life of the product.
Product protection, right? We've talked so much on this channel about product protection. Metallization equals product protection, and then like subcategory of aesthetic and graphic.
Absolutely, correct.
Awesome. So Kyle, I see where we're using the metallization process here, and I know that there's metallization on this pouch because I can actually see it on the back of the bag, but I've got a window here. It's a clear window. I can see the product. What's going on here?
So Tostitos is a little unique in that on the front of this pouch, you see it's clear, but on the back, there's a metal layer. They do what's called a partial metallization on that. One, it's a little bit of a brand differentiation. And two, it allows them to maintain that clear window. That product itself doesn't need the same protection as like a potato chip like this does.
Okay.
Don't worry about UV light contaminating the product. So really, this is more brand differentiation for them. When these are actually packed in a case, they say that the metal on the back blocks any light coming in from the front. So that's a really unique process. It's a more complex process, obviously, but it is available out there.
And I think you pointed it out, right? Brand differentiation. I don't know anybody else who's doing it. You've been around this a little longer than I do, but I don't know anybody else who's doing the half metallization and half non-metal. But it's a really cool offering, I think, to distinguish your product and your packaging.
Yeah, it's not common, but it is available, and people have made those choices over the years to differentiate their brands that way.
So Kyle, is there anything else that we would need to be aware of with regards to metallization?
No, I would say, Steve, that really ultimately what it's about is product protection and, safety out in the marketplace. Metallization is a great tool that a film can use to really make sure that consumer for that product is going to be protected from any sort of microbes or contamination or rancidity. Really, all at the end of the day we're worried about is making sure that the consumer stays safe.
Right. And then brands, obviously, again, in this example, can leverage the graphic effect and unique elements associated with the metallization, but ultimately, I hear you, it's product protection and product safety.
Absolutely.
Well, Kyle, thanks so much for joining us on the channel today. Really appreciate it. Thanks for your explanation on the metallization process.
Thanks, Steve. I appreciate your time.
As always, like and subscribe. This is Nosco Unpacked, flexible packaging made easy. See you next time.